Solo on a beautiful Friday evening here in Haltom City. We're at Buffalo Ridge Park as the Haltom Buffaloes will get ready to take on the Paschal Panthers. Speaking of those Panthers, here's that starting lineup for them tonight. Top to bottom, here's how it goes. Sadie Martinez leading things off, playing second base. Samantha Castillo in left field. And batting second, Janelle Chavez is the designated hitter, batting third. In the 4-hole, it's Samantha Garcia playing catcher. Next up, we got Malia Chavez hitting in the 5 spot, playing first base. Brianna Rodriguez, the shortstop, bats sixth. Natalia Rojas, the pitcher tonight, is batting 7th. Skylar Porter in center field, bats 8th. And Madison Howard rounds things out in the 9-hole, playing over at the hot corner. As far as the Buffaloes' defense tonight, here it is, right to left in the infield, left to right in the outfield. First to third here, we got Rachel Harris, Erica Azua, Bree Hernandez, and Leticia Mendiola. Left to right, Trinity Cortez, Leslie Martinez, and Kylie Martinez. The battery tonight is Lindsay Oliver throwing to Raven Sheridan. And should be a good one tonight. Two teams. As these two teams coming in with similar records on the road, we have seen it's been a little bit tougher for the Paschal Panthers as their split on the road this season is 2-2. In neutral sites, 2-1. 3-4 in district play for Haltom as Sadie Martinez is in, and we're ready to go. First pitch manages to catch the high inside corner, and we're underway with an 0-1 count. The 0-1 pitch on its way, spot low and outside, and swung over the top. It's 0-2 now. Oliver starting off her first opponent well here. The 0-2 on its way, similar spot. And that waste pitch is let go. 1-2 now. One-two pitch, just a little bit below the knees. That one dove at the end, out of the zone, and a good at-bat being worked here by Sadie Martinez. 2-2. 2-2 on its way, swung on and missed, but the ball is dropped. Throw down to first base just in time. A nice recovery by Raven Sheridan, as that's a strikeout and a 2-3 putout to get things started in this one. Brings in Samantha Castillo, the left fielder now. First pitch swung on and underneath it a little bit, not quite able to reach up there. 0-1 as Oliver is in front early again. The 0-1 offering. Swung through again. That one climbed the ladder just a little bit more. It's 0-2. As once again, Lindsay Oliver is out in front. 0-2 pitch, swung through, strike 3. Excuse me. Held on to that one, but good hustle going down the line, especially after that first strikeout was dropped. So 2 up, 2 down, both by way of the K, though the catcher has been involved. And with 2 outs, here comes the number 3 hitter, Janelle Chavez, DHing tonight. She looks at one high for a ball, 1-0, and that's the same pitch we saw Lindsay Oliver have some success with early on in the second at bat of the game against Samantha Castillo. Squared around as if to bunt, and that one laid off. Chavez. Digging in. Squaring around, pulls back, and fouls one off. Make it 2-2 now. Count is even. Hanging right around the low 70-degree mark here. A little bit after 7 o'clock at this point. That one's grounded hard the other way, and it'll tail out of play foul. Knocked down over by the first base coach. So the count stays 2-2 with 2 down. Swung on, hit hard, pass short, and that one is knocked down, but there won't be a play. A good effort by Bree Hernandez. I think that one should go in as a base knock. We'll see whether it's an error or not. I'm going to put it down as a 1B in my book. She had to cover a lot of ground to get there, and it would have been a very tough throw. So, 2-out base runner for the Panthers, and their cleanup hitter at the plate, Samantha Garcia. Catching in tonight's contest, sporting number 15. Runner on first. First swing is not able to make contact. That one dropped all the way into the dirt. It's 0-1 off a pitch out of the strike zone. 0-1 to Garcia, as Oliver has the sign. And comes forward with it. High outside fastball. Not able to catch it is Garcia. Make it 0-2 now. Swung through the first couple she's seen here in the at-bat. Dan Byford here with you on Vype Live from Buffalo Ridge Park in Haltom City. No score so far in the top half of the first inning. Here's the 0-2. Pop straight back and off the netting. Garcia will stay alive. Calls from behind home plate to the infield, just in case something is on here. With 2 strikes and 2 downs, swung on and missed. Another pitch in the dirt, and Kang the side is Lindsay Oliver. That's gonna do it here in the top half of the first inning. It remains a 0-0 ball game. We'll head to the bottom half after a quick break. You're watching Haltom Softball on Vype Live.
Yeah, that.
Buffalo Ridge Park here in Haltom. Dan Vype with you on Vype Live. A nothing ball game as Haltom will get their first cracks at it here. And the first pitch from Natalia Rojas is low for a ball. It's 1-0. One pitch is inside.
There.
Making it a 2-0 count now. Two and 1 to count now. To lead off hitter Erica Azua playing second base in tonight's contest. That one right on the outside corner. That makes it 2 and 2. Just on the black there. Two and 2 the count. That one low and outside. Ended up in the opposite batter's box, that right-handed box. Count will fill to the leadoff hitter. And this is the type of work you like to see out of that starting spot in the lineup. Working the count full against Rojas. Here it is, 3 and 2, right down the middle, flat to shortstop. And throw over and play it. Fired a strike to Luis Chavez. And that's one down. Score that 6-3 if you're keeping a book at home. Since brings in Lindsay Oliver now, pitching in this one, and takes strike one against her opposite number. Right on the outside corner, make it 0-2. Oliver's quickly behind in this count. One down in the bottom half of the first inning. Still scoreless here at Buffalo Ridge Park. Here's the 0-2. Hit hard the other way, able to get it on a dive is the first baseman Chavez, and scramble over the bag for out number 2, 3 unassisted. Very quickly now, 2 up and 2 down. It was all via the K in the top half of the inning from Oliver, but Rojas is getting in by getting her opponents to put it on the ground. So with 2 down, here comes the catcher, Raven Sheridan. Digs in from the right side, looks at strike one on the black outside corner. That's how Rojas has gotten at bat started here so far. 0-1 pitch. Very near to the same spot, just not quite able to get the call with the frame job is Samantha Garcia. So the count will be even at 1-1. Break-even pitch, just a little bit too low, ended up skipping off the plate. That'll make it 2-1 now. Sheridan steps out, catches her bearings, digs back in. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Right there, high outside corner. Count all even at 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the second half of the first inning. Here we go with the 2-2, swung through it, strikes 3. That's going to set her down. First strikeout of the game for Natalia Rojas as she gets a 1-2-3. Buffaloes go down in order. We'll be back after a quick break. You're watching softball on Vype Live. Back here for the second inning, leading things off for the visiting side as the first pitch is cut on and missed for a strike. It's Malia Chavez, the first baseman in tonight's contest for the visiting Paschal Panthers. She finds herself in a hole, 0-1 here to begin things. That one grounded up the middle. Shortstop has a look, but not quite able to get there. Just past Bree Hernandez in the hole and into center field. It's a leadoff single for Malia Chavez. It's going to bring up the shortstop for the Panthers, Brianna Rodriguez. Wearing number 7, stepping in from the right side and playing a coveted defensive position. Made a nice play last inning. First one inside corner, right on the block for strike 1. If you're just joining us, welcome on in. Haven't missed any scoring so far. There's been a hit and some contact here or there, but nothing on the board. Both pitchers doing a good job early. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one manages to find the zone as well. Quickly 0-2 to the number 6 hitter, Rodriguez. And kind of getting a bit of a jump off of first base each of the last few times was Chavez, but she's not gone anywhere. See if that changes on 0-2. And able to find the corner, strike 3. That one will set her down for out number 1 in the second inning. So 1 on and 1 out. Natalia Rojas, the pitcher for the Panthers, will get a look. First pitch to her is grounded back, straight back, off the inside part of the bat. Probably didn't feel very good. 0-1. The 0-1 is cut on and missed. Couldn't quite get the barrel to that outside corner. It's 0-2.
I got Mewtwo.
Leah Chavez off first base. Rojas in the box. On deck is Skylar Porter. That one's able to find the knee. Strike three. Maybe a little bit of surprise from Rojas there. That one was called in such a way, but either way, down looking. Back-to-back looking strikeouts for Lindsay Oliver, as two are down after the leadoff base runner. Brings in the number 8 hitter, Skylar Porter. She looks at one, belt high on the inside corner, and out in front again is Oliver. Ready, now the 0-1. That one's low, ducked off, and thought about a snap throw back to first, but ultimately Sheridan didn't go for it, as Malia Chavez wasn't too far off. Count even, 1-1. That one's hit softly out to second base. Over there and quickly up with it is Erica Azula. To throw on Rachel Harris. That retires the side. So a leadoff base runner for the Panthers, but they are not able to capitalize. This one remains scoreless after 1.5. We'll head to the bottom half after a quick break. You're watching Haltom Softball on Vype Live. Got to come back. Left to right in the outfield, Samantha Castillo, Skylar Porter, Alyssa Alanis, and the battery, Natalia Rojas, throwing to Samantha Garcia. Leading things off and batting in the cleanup spot, Rachel Harris, the first baseman. Hitting from that right side and batting in that cleanup spot, like I said before. Excuse me. First pitch is in there from Rojas. She had a very brief 1-2-3 inning in the bottom half of the first. And she's out in front again here. Harris. That one in there as well. Make it 0-2 now. First baseman looking to protect on 0-2. Here it is. Goes after one upstairs. Looked like she took something off, and it worked. A strikeout on 3 pitches to start things off in the bottom half of the second inning. That'll bring in Trinity Cortez, the left fielder in tonight's contest. Looking to see if she can be the difference here and be the first to reach against Rojas, who has set down 4 in a row. First pitch grabs that outside corner. 0-1 to start things off, and that's been a common theme with Rojas. She's been getting in front. The 0-1 pitch rolled over and fouled by the dugout. 0-2 now. Ready for the 0-2 pitch. Here it is, and that one looped a little bit too high. Not quite tempting enough, although certainly when you take something off and put it up high, many batters' eyes are going to light up. But it's 1-2 to the number 5 hitter. 1-2 pitch, up and out. 2-2 now. Two balls, 2 strikes, and 1 down in the second half of this second inning. Break-even pitch is looped in the air, third base, and able to snag it is Madison Howard for out number 2. Kind of looked like a little bit of a lazy line drive, so I'm going to put down L5 in my scorebook there, even though maybe you can consider it a pop-up rather. L5, P5. All that really matters is the ball was in the air there, so the batter was out without a throw being required. Bree Hernandez, the shortstop, will dig in now. As the first pitch to her hits the high outside corner, looked like the straight stuff. It's 0-1. Got a great view here. Does get a little bit obscured at the last second, but just going off of where the catcher frames the ball, able to tell the general area of where it ends up, as that one is well high and well away. No difficulty seeing that at all from this vantage point. It's 1-1 now. Open batting stance for Hernandez as the 1-1 pitch comes in and hits the dirt. 2-1. And a rare hitter's count here for the Buffaloes, who have seen Natalia Rojas get in front of almost every hitter. 2-1. Upstairs laid off, and that'll put it at 3-1 now. And if you're Hernandez, probably looking for something straight in a specific spot here to put a good swing on. Three-1 to the shortstop. Popped high in the air, center field, coming over and camped out is Skylar Porter to retire the side. So 6 up and 6 down for Natalia Rojas. She is rolling. We'll see if her offense can help her out when we head to the top half of the third inning. After a quick break, you're watching Buffaloes softball on Vype Live. Back for the third in a game that is cruising along. Paschal Panthers will get another crack at Lindsay Oliver, who has struck out a whole six batters to this point in the ballgame. Through 2 innings, it's hard to do much better. Quickly, a 1-0 count. Make it 2-0 now to Madison Howard, getting her first look. We'll wrap up this first time through for Oliver. See if those bats are a little readier the second time through after having seen a look. 2-0 pitch, well below the knees. That'll make it 3-0 now. Cooled off a little bit here as the sun is setting, but still very nice out. The 3-0 pitch is not able to find the plate. It's a leadoff walk for the number 9 hitter, Madison Howard.
Number 2, Sadie Martinez.
So Sadie Martinez is going to get her second look now. First time, struck out, and then a 2-3 putout after the ball wasn't squeezed behind home plate. Squares around, runner had started going, came back. It's an 0-1 count to the second baseman. Martinez did work the count that first time. Had it at 2-2 before going down via the K. Wind up, and the 0-1 does actually put it down. This time it dives right in front of the plate, and the throw just in time from the charging Leticia Mendiola. Score that one a sacrifice, 5-3.
Number 1.
And we have an out in the inning, but also a runner on second base as Howard was able to advance. Brings in the number 2 hitter, Samantha Castillo. Castillo went down on strikes her first time. Squares around again. That one right back to the pitcher. No chance at third, so instead right over to first base. Another sacrifice bunt. This one 1-3. And there are 2 down.
Number 11, Janelle
Brings in
Chavez.
the designated hitter, Janelle Chavez. DH hit a single or an error, depending on who you ask. The first time, I haven't had a chance to speak with the official score, but it would have been a real tough play at shortstop, hit into the hole. With 2 down, the first pitch finds the black outside corner, 0-1, and depending on what Chavez does here, speaks to the at-bat that Howard was able to put on out of the 9-hole. Didn't need to get a base knock to make an impact, as that one is swung through outside corner, just a tick behind it. It's 0-2. 2 down and an 0-2 count in the top of the third. Runner on third base as the Panthers look to capitalize. Here it is. That's right on the black outside corner, down looking for the 7th strikeout of the game for Lindsay Oliver. And that's going to do it for the first half of the third. We'll head to the bottom half. After a quick break, you're watching Haltom Buffaloes softball on Vype Live. We're back and ready for the bottom of the third inning. Leading things off, it's Ashley Gardner. For sure, after her, it'll be Leticia Mendiola and Kylie Martinez. 7, 8, and 9, if nothing else, here in the bottom of the third, against a pitcher who's rolling in Natalia Rojas, as her first pitch just not quite able to catch the knees. Ball one. All right, safe trip back. You just going straight to. Do you want this extra mixer, or do you want me to just hold on to it?
Just let me know whenever you like. We'll figure it out some time because we need to figure out where all every kid's missing something in those extra settings. So we have to sort them out.
Sure.
We'll figure it out.
Okay, safe trip. Just want to take a moment to apologize if anyone experienced a lack of audio, entirely an issue on our end, my end specifically. But to recap, if you were a little confused about the scoreboard or based solely off of the camera angle, one run came across to score in that inning. For the Buffaloes, they jumped out to that 1-0 lead, got their first base runner, first base hit, as the first pitch of the fourth from Lindsay Oliver is in there for a strike to the cleanup hitter, Samantha Garcia. First time up, Garcia went down on strikes, but as Haltom saw the pitches better second time through, we'll see if Garcia and the rest of her Panthers are, as she's behind 0-2 off of a challenged fastball.
You got it, 1-5. Let's go, kid.
Oh, 2 pitch is a worm burner. Bounce into the plate. Good block behind the dish by Raven Sheridan. Makes it a 1-2 count now. One-two delivery is off the middle. Line drive and drops right in front of the center fielder. Big turn at first. Nobody's covering the bag. And able to scramble back is Samantha Garcia. Thought about two, even on a hard liner hit right in front of Leslie Martinez. Of course, it's more just hustle than anything, and something I'm sure you'd like to see as a coach or fan. As on a definite pitcher's count, she's able to smack a line drive, take a big turn, and get her side set up well. Start off the fourth. A little bit of a pause here, with a runner on first base and Leah Chavez due up. First baseman did get a base knock for the first time. And with a runner on first base, we'll see what her plan is here. Takes a big cut at one above the letters. Aggressive there, trying to keep this one rolling. It's 0-1. One nothing our score. Buffalo's on top at the moment, but threatening are the Panthers. The 0-1 pitch is able to hang around the letters. It's 0-2, and gotta think we see the protect swings at anything close now. Chavez, first member of her squad. Second member as the runner's going, no throw from Sheridan. Second in the contest to come away with a base hit back in that second inning. She did that on an 0-1 count Here it's 1-2. The pitch fouled the other way, just a little bit behind it. Runner on second now after the stolen base. And a little bit of hot water for Lindsay Oliver. 1-2. Swung on and missed. Excuse me. Couldn't catch the pitch on the outside corner. Maybe took something off and was out in front of it, actually. And down on strikes. There's now one down in the fourth. Brings in Brianna Rodriguez, who looks at one low and not able to dig it out. Is Shannon making another stolen base for Samantha Garcia. Talk about a dangerous cleanup hitter on the base paths there. A couple of stolen bases, not only second, but third as well, while playing a position that kills your legs. Catching in this one. So with one out, a ground ball, a fly ball, both accomplished the job of tying this one up. It's 2-0 to the number 6 hitter and shortstop, Brianna Rodriguez. 2-0 pitch, popped high in the air, first base side, and actually over near us. One bleacher to my right. 2-1. Didn't miss it by very much, maybe a little bit underneath. And the result is what you see, an almost straight up pop-up. Didn't manage to get out of play, so she'll keep alive here. Now showing a square around. We'll see if she pulls it back. Does. 2-1 pitch. Pulled hard down the left field line. That one has plenty of juice. But unfortunately for Rodriguez, just a little bit early. Makes it 2-2 now. I think she would like another look at that one inside. Really cleared that swing out. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runner on third base, only one down. Here it is, and behind that one, jammed low inside corner. Hit it hard off the netting toward her own dugout. Putting together a nice AB as Rodriguez went down looking her first time. Ready to go. The 2-2 is swung on miss. The catcher throws out first, gets away. Just dropped and the run comes in to score as well. And standing on first base despite still one down with one in and one on. Big cut from, excuse me, really getting it done on the base paths. Throw by Sheridan, just not able to beat the speedy runner. It's Rojas, who's showing square, now pulls back, low, no. Sorry, at the knees. It's a 1-1 count. Fourth total time we've gotten to see the two pitchers square off from opposite sides. Oh, I'm sorry, it's 0-2. My mistake. Big cut, just able to get a piece and stay alive. Remains 0-2. Skylar Porter would be next. This one's all tied up at 1 apiece. As the 0-2 is low, runner took a big secondary lead afterwards, but did not go anywhere. That'll make it 1-2 now. As that one is cut on and missed, strike 3. So down goes Rojas, this time swinging. And with 2 gone, it'll fall to Skylar Porter to try to bring in that runner from second base. Rodriguez has shown some aggression since getting over there too, so we'll see. Pause here as the plate gets dusted off. Just after 8 o'clock. Darkness starting to come through now. Still nice weather. Out at Buffalo Ridge Park, Dan Byford with you on Vype Live. Pitch is high and tight. No difficulty laying off that one from Porter. Grounded out her first time. Here's the 1-0. Just inside. Actually, that one tailed a little bit towards the waist. After it already seemed to be in the catcher's glove. Make it 2-0 now. 2-0 pitch, up and out. A 3-0 count to the number 8 batter, Skylar Porter. Rodriguez on second as the 3-0 is looked at right down Broadway. 3-1 now. Still a hitter's count, 3-1 with 2 gone. That one misses, ball 4. So that'll put runners at first and second.
Number 5, Madison Howard.
For the number 9 hitter, Madison Howard. Howard, her first time, managed to work a walk on 4 pitches. Got all the way to second base. A couple of sacks after that, but not able to score. Sacrifice bunts. First pitch to her, not able to find the zone. It's 1-0. The 1-0 pitch is low. Runner going from second base, and will get the third throw, make it 4 stolen bases in the inning for Panthers base runners. Two and 0 with runners on the corners. That one's there for a strike on the outer half. 2-1 now as the runner takes second delayed. And that one's up to the official score as to whether that's a defensive indifference. Runners at second and third now. Up and out. 3-1, and lineup would roll over if it gets past Madison Howard. Sadie Martinez on deck. The 3-1 hit the other way, foul, and fielded in foul territory. Make sure it didn't sneak back over. Count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Runners on second and third base, 2 outs, and 1 run in the inning. It's 1-1. But the Panthers could take the lead right here. Full count offering right there. Outside corner, strike 3. Down looking is Madison Howard as Oliver works out of it. So, when we started the inning, it was 1-0 Haltom. And when we end it, it's tied at 1. We'll end at the bottom half of the inning and see what happens after a quick break. You're watching Haltom Softball on Vype Live. Natalia Rojas back out for another inning of work. She's going to see 4, 5, and 6 in this inning, guaranteed, if no one else. Bottom of the fourth inning, all knotted up at one apiece. First bat she'll contend with is that of Rachel Harris. The first time Harris went down on strike. Following her, Trinity lined out the first half. Bree Hernandez flew out, flied out, however you prefer, to center field. Dan Byford here with you from Buffalo Ridge Park on Vype Live. We're all knotted up in this one. First pitch of the inning is inside and actually came straight back to me. Thankfully, there's a net in the way and some wood. Might have flinched, but you have no proof of that. The 1-0 is able to find that high inside corner. Make it 1-1. Break-even pitch is cut on and missed. That one died at the end, just fell off the table. 1-2 with a nice off-speed pitch. First baseman looking to stay alive. One-two to the cleanup is foul. Might have gotten a foot on the way over that on-deck circle. Solid play made over there to pick it by Trinity Corporation. Waiting patiently on deck, getting her cuts in. The 1-2 pitch is low, able to lay off a bit. Just didn't quite get high enough to look as if it was going to be a strike this time. So the count's evened up once again, this time at 2-2. Game is 1-1. Haltom struck first. As that one is not just inside, but actually gets Harris. She'll get on base the hard way, and she wears one. That'll bring in Trinity Cortez. The left fielder was, as I stated earlier, victim of a line out to third base. The first time. Harris on first, as that one's in the dirt. It's 1-0. Pitch rolled over right in front of the mound. Not quite able to pick it up, but a bare hand from short is on time. And on the way to third base with the follow-up throw, and looks like she was just not quite able to get the throw down, but a great bid. Smart base running. Harris. So we have a ground out. 1-6-3. That almost became a 1-6-3-5. That would be something. One out, runner on third base. Bree Hernandez, the shortstop, fly to center her last. We're in the bottom half of the fourth inning. Home side was able to get on the board in the third, but that was quickly matched by the visiting squad. Knotted up at one apiece on Vype Live. If Bree Hernandez were to fly out to center again, could very well push a run across. Here it is. First pitch, big cut at a high pitch, looking to lift it, but not able to catch up. 0-1. Ashley Gardner waiting on deck. Behind her will be Letitia Mendiola. The 0-1. Upstairs and outside. Counts even at once. One on, one ball, one strike, and one out. 1-1 game. Big cut and one that dipped below the knees at the last second. It's now going to be a 1-2 count. Number 6 hitter Hernandez ready for the 1-2. Rolls over to shortstop. Hard look at home plate. Double clutches now getting in a rundown. Now the throw over. Double play. Now, not exactly the way you would usually expect that combination. So we remain tied up through 4th full. We're headed to the 5th already here on Vype Live. You're watching Haltom Softball. Back for the top of the 5th. Solid part of the lineup coming up for the Paschal Panthers. It's going to be Sadie Martinez, Samantha Castillo, and Janelle Chavez. As this is anyone's ball game at this point. All tied up at once. As we approach the Haltom has led, though not for very long. Paschal has trailed or been tied. First pitch is low, or perhaps inside. It's ball 1 to Martinez. Now the 1-0. Popped high in the air, out of play easily. Over into the trees. And maybe a little bit tardy on that swing, but getting calibrated here against Lindsay Oliver, who's back out there. The 1-1. Out straight back. Dude. Leadoff hitter to this point has struck out, sacrificed bunting. And that's it. She's 0 for 1. Now the 1-2 pitch. Just missed that inside edge. Maybe a little bit low. Either way, count even at 2s.
Protect 2. Let's go, kid.
Martinez on the receiving end of the very end of that nice play out in the field to end the 4th inning. Over at second base, here's the 2-2, up and away. All the way to the backstop. Count fills. for watching on Vype Live. Dan Vype flying with you solo. 3-2, hit hard, right to second base. Azua able to get it over in plenty of time. No stretch needed from Rachel Harris. A ground out to second to start things in the 5th inning. So with one down, that'll bring in the number 2 for Samantha Castillo. The fielder struck out her first time, sacrificed her second time. She 0 for 1 as well.
Let's see it.
With one down in this tie ball game, she scores again. Very last second with it. I think that's a bunt for obviously no one on base, so it can't be a sacrifice. 0-1.
See it all the way. Let's go, kid.
Was a pretty nice bunt right up the first base line. Just ended up a little bit too far to that right-hand side of the bat.
Right here, touch.
And was fielded in there. So that stayed foul. 0-1, hot straight up. That gets out of play and lands in the bleachers to my right.
Okay, now you got to protect. Come on, let's go, kid.
Count 0-2 for the left fielder.
They were battling one. Let's go, kid. You got it.
Janelle Chavez waiting on deck. Did have a single in the first inning. If Castillo can work this one. Low and in. Maybe not in, but certainly low. 1-2. Hit hard the other way. Looks like a ball. Indeed it does. Right in front of the right fielder, Kylie Martinez. She'll get a strong throw over to second base to keep Castillo from legging that one out any further. But it's a base knock. In another pitcher's count. Good job bearing down there with 2 strikes. By Samantha Castillo. And now perhaps Janelle Chavez will look to take advantage. We saw a lot of running the last time the Panthers were on the pads. See if Paschal elects to do that here as it's 1-0 quickly to the cleanup hitter. That one a little tight. Our home plate umpires like it. Now the 1-0 does not offer thought about it. And throw down to second base. Gets away. So no tag. Another stolen base from the very active Panthers. This time it's Samantha Castillo. She'll stand at second base with her cleanup hitter, Janelle Chavez, having a 2-0 count. That one gets away. Wormburner will kick to the backstop. And on third base now, off the wild pitch, as I presume it will be scored, is Samantha Castillo. 3-0 to Chavez. We'll see if she has the green light. Is hitting in the spot in the lineup for it, but in this one-run game, who knows, as visit coming now with Lindsay Oliver. We've seen her tightrope out of danger before this inning, and we'll see if she'll be allowed the opportunity to try to do that again. It is 10 strikeouts on the day for Oliver. She's certainly been able to miss bats. But in a tough spot here against the designated hitter, number 3 hitter, as well in Janelle Chavez. She will stay out there, it appears, and try to battle back into this count. Worst case scenario, keep in mind here, wow, double plays are certainly difficult to turn. Putting on Chavez here would allow the possibility of one once again, but at the same time, not exactly lacking in speed is Samantha Garcia. Stole 2 bases last time, and that's 4. Chavez walks on first pitches. And runners are at the corner for the cleanup hitter. This is exactly what you want right here. Here, Paschal.
Your turn, Sam. Let's go, kid.
Samantha Garcia, her last time, single, stole 2 bags, came around to score. Paid her first time as that one is blocked. Good job there by Raven Sheridan. And we'll see if there's any sort of base running for tomfoolery, I guess we'll call it. Runners at the corners, there's always a chance runner from first tries to go to get that run from third in for free.
Right here, Sam. Let's go, kid.
But you don't want to take the bat out of your cleanup hitter's hands as 1-0 is in the dirt. 2-0, Sheridan looking back to run up third, so it's Chavez. And once again, the force at second base is gone. Plays are to first or a tag at home, or at least a look back to third. There's one out. So Oliver, who has that one is fouled away, a little bit behind it. 2-1 now. Oliver has not struggled striking batters out so far in this gigantic spot. They could allow her to get the third out any way she desires, but hard to look past a cleanup hitter. The 2-1 with 2 on and 1 down. And the dirt block gets away from Sheridan. Runners will stay put. Thinking about it at third was Castillo, but she headed back. Count will go to 3-1. Definite hitters count for the cleanup hitter. Dan Byford here with you live for Vype from Buffalo Ridge Park. Contest. We'll see if it stays that way. Here's the 3-1. Lee Hernandez, 1 run is in the score. That's going to be it, but up to second base. An RBI single taking second on the throw. Janelle Chavez over to third. And the first lead of the game for the Paschal Panthers. It's now 2-1. Kind of the same situation now as before for Oliver to try to work out of. Malia Chavez is in with runners on second and third. Had a single her first time and a strikeout her second time. As that gets away, runners thought about it, but will not commit to going home. Fair enough with only 1 out. Don't want to make an unnecessary out there. See if the bats can bring you in. Second at bat in as many innings for Chavez. He started things in the fourth. As she looks at 1 low. Excuse me, it was actually Samantha Garcia who started things. But it is, in fact, the second at bat into or plate appearances. 2-0, popped high and well out of play. 2-1. That one twisted over into the trees on the first base side of the bleachers. Ready to go is Oliver. The 2-1 popped high in the air again. This one over the dugout and out. First base dugout. Count even at 2-2. Top 5, and the Paschal Panthers have just taken the lead. Cut on and miss. Strike 3, and that's number 11 for Oliver. She can breathe a little more now. There are 2 down. So with 2 down, Brianna Rodriguez will dig in. Struck out both times at the plate so far, but the second time she managed to get to first base and the run came in to score. Then she stole 2 bases. That one's high and just able to get the mid on it is Sheridan. 1-0. 2 gone, 1 in. And a 2-1 game as a little behind is Rodriguez, 1-1. Run in each of the last 2 for Paschal Panthers. Counts even at 1. Here it is. Low. Not able to bring that one back to the knees. It's 2-1, excuse me. On second, Garcia. On third, Chavez. Up and away. Ryan Wilson with the upright. This time flip to home. Not in time. Janelle Chavez over to third base is Samantha Garcia. And make it now a 3-1 game in favor of the Panthers, as well as a 3-1 count for Brianna Rodriguez. Garcia on third. Rodriguez at the plate with a 3-1 count and 2 gone.
There it is!
On the throw, which gets away from the left field. Not able to find Reese on the throw in. Make it 4-1 now. Second run of the day brought in. With Rodriguez at the plate. First pitch is a strike here. Natalia Rojas. Oliver's 0-1 is grounded foul, 0-2. Two gone, now 3 in this first half of the 5th, and an 0-2 count. Tried to reach down and get one, just able to grab a piece and stay alive.
Keep battling, kid. You're on it. Keep battling.
Seventh batter to come to the plate this inning. Upstairs, laid off, did not tempt Rojas. 1-2. 1-2 pitch, cut on and miss. Strike 3. Able to get out of it with the 12th strikeout. Lucy Oliver, but not before 3 runs across the score. Tied, now has a lead, 4-1. Paschal on top as we're through 5.5 here from Buffalo Ridge Park. We'll see if Buffalo's answer in the bottom half of the inning. After the quick break, you're watching Haltom Softball on Vype Live. For the first time in what is past a month so far, Natalia Rojas has a lead. Not just a home run, working with a 3-1 pushing as she gets ready to see Ashley Gardner, Leticia Mendiola, and Kylie Martinez here. 7, 8, 9, bottom third of that Buffalo order to lead things off. As that one is low and spiked in the dirt, as well as inside. 1-0. Gardner's last time. She worked the ball. Came around to score. The run for her side in this game. Waves that one on one side. So this is her first at-bat potentially. Second plate appearance. And Ella on deck. Had the single that brought her in. That one's low and out. Two and one count with nobody on, nobody out. Leadoff hitter at the dish and Ashley Gardner. Hitting in the 7th spot tonight. Up and away. Just missed that high outside corner we've seen in tonight's strike zone. And a real hitter's count here for the designated hitter. Showing bunt. Now pulling it back. 3-1 pitch. Just able to find the letters. Count is full. Now the 3-2. Look at his Gardner. Mendiola will dig in with one gone. By my count, only the 4th strikeout of the game for Natalia Rojas, but she's been very effective getting good to her contact from her opposition tonight as she jumps out in front. She falls behind one to Mendiola. Mendiola, as mentioned earlier, had a base knock her last time. Single, got her as far as first base before she was out in the fielder's choice. That one's in the dirt as well, 2-0. Third baseman in a good count here. We'll see if she offers at this next one. If she's looking for something in particular. Dugout is allowed on that third base line. She looks at it, 3-0. Would have to think the take sign is on here. At this stage of the game, need runners. The 3-0 looked at and it missed. Blown away. So walk for Mendiola who's been on both times tonight. And with one down, it's going to be the number 9 hitter. Excuse me, we have a pitch hitter. My apologies. It's Emma Azumi. Martinez went down on strikes her first time. We'll see if she's out there in right field for the next half inning. But she'll hit here with an opportunity to do some damage with a runner aboard. Zuni digging in from the right-hand batter's box, getting her first look. Pitch is bunted right in front of home plate. Third baseman
Got her.
able to get there in plenty of time. Nice dig out with the bare hand by Madison Howard. Sacrifice bunt. Works well for Azumi right off the bench. No issues whatsoever as she puts the first one she sees right on the ground. And with 2 gone, it's going to be the top of the order again. Erica Azua has brought in a run by grounding into a fielder's choice and grounded out to shortstop. First pitch to her. Dan Byford here with you on Vype Live. Hope you're enjoying tonight's contest on a real nice day. Now a nice night in Haltom City. 1-0 is swung on, swing and bunt up the third baseline. Hustling hard and not in. Was cruising through the ball at full gallop, just not quite able to beat
Number 6,
as Mendiola was able to take 2 bags. Runner on first, Azua. On third base, Mendiola. And at the dish now, tonight's pitcher for the Buffalo, Lindsay Oliver. Looked at for a strike knee high, maybe thigh high, and over the heart. 0-1. Looking to throw up a shutdown inning as it's 1-1 now. Is Rojas working with the lead for the first time in this ball game. Due up in the top half of the 6th. It's going to be 8-9-1 as that one is reached for, barely able to grab a piece of it.
One more, 1-6.
It's 1-2. Great body control there, even after getting sped up, expecting the hard stuff, getting the soft stuff, getting a piece. The 1-2 in this pitcher battle. Here it is. Swung on, hit chopper up the third baseline, strong throw, just beats her. So runners at the corners as the Buffaloes threaten but are not able to push a run across. They continue to trail 4-1. We're through 5. And we'll head to the top half after a quick break. You're watching Haltom Softball on Vype Live. We're back as Skylar Porter digs in and looks at ball one. So trying to check on the defensive substitution. As that one's grounded to first base, coming over to cover from second base is Azua for out number one. A 4-3 put out by
Number 5, Madison Howard.
Bradley Martinez has and in left field, I believe, maybe Cortez has stuck around. Strike on the still on the bump. Lindsay Oliver. So if there's a change, there's almost on straight down due to the pinch hitter in the last inning. Emma Azuma. That would have to be in center field. But not quite able to make out the number from here. Going to be fully honest with you. Apologize as that one's fouled straight back up the netting. 0-2 count. Howard swings and misses, not able to come up with it. Down on strikes. After a couple of great plays in the field and another almost great play. That was an infield single instead. She goes down on strikes. So that turns things over in the sixth inning for Sadie Martinez. Second baseman will get her fourth crack today. That one's fisted foul. Oh, won the count. No runs at all through the first 2.5 innings of this one. Then 1 in the third, 1 in the top of the fourth, and 3 in the top of the fifth. It's 1-1 now. Strikeout and a sacrifice. Followed by a ground out. Break even pitch, swung through it. It was on the outside corner. That's where the ball ended up. It's 1-2. If Martinez finds a way aboard, Samantha Castillo will be next. Barring any lineup changes. Here it is, 1-2. Cut on and miss. And that'll retire the side. So a quick 3 up, 3 down. Bounce back in for Lindsay Oliver. We'll head to the bottom half of the sixth inning. Haltom offense looking to answer. You're watching Buffalo softball on Vype Live. We're back just ahead of the home half of the 6th inning. Things getting late, and the Haltom Buffaloes trailing by 3 runs. Looking to find some offense. They are in a good part of the lineup to attempt to do that. It's 3, 4, and 5. Raven Sheridan, Rachel Harris, Trinity Cortez who are due up this bottom half of the 6th inning. Dan Byford here with you on Vype Live. In what's been a very good game, both pitchers doing a good job. Sheridan in her 3rd look now. She struck out and flied out to the straightaway center. We'll look for a more positive outcome here, although that flyout was struck pretty well. Been a great day for Natalia Rojas. Only one hiccup. As that one is hit hard, but off the fist. Maybe jammed Sheridan a little bit. 0-1 the count. If someone were to get aboard in this inning, Ashley Gardner would get it. Here's the 0. Big cut again, and again, maybe just a tad late. 0-2. Sheridan digs in. As Rojas gets the sign, Hicks deals. Hit up the middle, off the glove, and elbow over to shortstop now. Good hustle from Sheridan. Rodriguez, despite the ball getting slowed up, able to make a strong throw on to first base. 1-6-3 if you're wondering after that hit the pitcher, shortstop, and finally first baseman. 1 down. And it's been ground ball contact most of the day for Rojas. She's gotten batters on top of the ball. Rachel Harris calls time. Takes a practice cut. We'll dig back in. And we're ready to go. That one hit straight back. It's 0-1. Now the 0-1 from Rojas. That one hit a little further towards the first base side, and again, back other than that off the net. It's 0-2. Trinity Cortez on deck. Now the 0-2. Upstairs, laid off. A look in. Now set. Here it is. 1-2. Big. And 2 up, 2 down. 3 in a row down. Going back to that last inning. So with 2 down, Trinity Cortez will get another look. This will be her 3rd. She'll wind out to third base. Grounded 1-6-3 as we've seen pitchers get a piece so many times. Before it went to shortstop. Rodriguez has done a great job defensively. That's low. One 1-0 with 2 down, nobody aboard. 3-run deficit for the Buffaloes. A 4-1 game in favor of Paschal. Here it is. Low inside corner, can't spot it much better than that if you walked it out yourself. Knee high and on the inside half, 1-1. Now the 1-1. Up and away, trying to get it. As having to pop out of the crouch was Samantha Garcia, but she was able to get to it. 2-1.
Shut it down, baby. You got one more, kid.
Getting set. Now here it is. 2-1 pitch. Slapped hard the other way. And that had some mustard on it. But late. A foul ball, and it's 2-2. Counts even with 2 outs.
Right here, kid. Kill it, baby.
Here's the 2-2. Big cut, chopped over to third base, gets by, but now Rodriguez. Off the chest of Howard before heading over Rodriguez's way. Able to scoop it, made it close, but not quite. Able to get it there in time, and this inning will include at least one more batter. Hard to say what that one's going to be. But there's a runner aboard. Shortstop Hernandez. As she looks at one that just missed narrowly for a ball. A little bit tight there with the pitch. Couldn't quite get the inside portion of the plate. Now the 1-0. Big hack and a high pitch. That kind of hung up there for a second too, but not able to connect with it. 1-1. Rojas looking to put up a 5th inning out of 6, in which it's a 0. Low and inside perhaps, 2-1. A fly out and a ground out, fielder's choice. 0 for 2 as that is fouled off the net. Ashley Gardner waiting on deck, the DH. Time for the 2-2. Here it is. Big cut at a high. And she'll get down to for Natalia Rojas as she allows only a single base runner before retiring the side. Well, to the top of the 7th inning after a break. You're watching Haltom Softball on Vype Live. Leading things off here for the Panthers is going to be Steele. Was a singler last time, then took second on a stolen base. Advanced on a wild pitch. Squares around for a bunt here, doesn't pull back. Believe that's going to be strike one.
Hey, you got it, one. Let's go, kids. See it.
So 2, 3, 4 guaranteed here.
All the way, one. Let's go, Chach.
0-1 pitch on its
Good
way.
eye.
Here is above the ball. Springing out of the crotch was Reagan Sheridan. Counts even at 1-1. Creeping up
There
on
it
the
is.
grass, first baseman, and that one is smacked.
Okay, you're on it, one. Let's go, kid.
Mitchell Harris able to get that one.
Hey, protect.
So it's a 1-2 count now.
Protect one. Let's go, kid.
Laid off, very close. Count even at 2-2. Just missed the low inside corner.
Hey, let's win it, one. Let's go. See it all the way.
Trying to break even. 2-2 popped high and out of play. Looks like we're going to have the same count for at least one more pitch.
Keep fighting, one. Let's go. Here we go, Chach. Here we go, right here.
2-2 pitch to the number 2 hitter.
There it is.
Hard on the ground, shortstop.
Get there, kid.
At that point, anyway, the leadoff baseline. Off the bat of Samantha Castillo.
Well, I took it off.
Number 11, Romero Chavez.
I know.
Put the ball in play.
Hey, be smart, one.
Of course, the team has actually paid him more times. But when they have put it in play, it's generally gone pretty well for Paschal. That's in the dirt.
Damn.
Down to second. Not in time. Just not able to slap the tag. So runner advances, another stolen base, second of the ball game for Castillo.
Here we go, Dave.
Now Chavez has singled, walked, and struck out looking. That's low. Big secondary for Castillo off of second, but ends up headed back to the bag, 2-0.
Your head, ones.
She's going, and no, she stops again. 3-0, and maybe, even without going, having the battery focused on the run game is beneficial anyway. Three and one, excuse me. That one gets away, and the throwback to second gets away, bounces off the glove. Would have had a chance for the tag there. So, runners as Janelle Chavez finds her way aboard for the third time today. Bringing in Samantha Garcia, who has singled twice to go with a strikeout. Garcia herself had 2 stolen bases in 1 inning. Also has an RBI.
Let's go, Jay. Get you one, kid.
Nobody out, 2 on. Panthers looking to extend their 3-run. And she will be walked intentionally. That juice does allow for a force at home plate and, of course, anywhere. But solid show for Garcia as well. Brings in Malia Chavez, who singled her first trip, paid her next two. 1 for 3.
Let's go, Malia. Knock him in, kid.
Infield has come in. As with nobody out, the bases are juiced.
There's no pressure, baby. Let's go.
First pitch up the middle, past the drive of Erica Azul. 1 run in to score. A second run in to score. Trying for a third run and still without a play. This one opens up to 7 with a 3-run single by Malia Chavez. Every runner aboard with the bases juiced comes in to score. Bases were loaded, now they're unloaded, and Chavez able to advance on the throw as well. Did not waste her time. Swung at the second pitch she saw. Now 1-0. Gianna Rodriguez has a 1-0 count as she looks at one in the dirt with a runner on second base. Would be Natalia Rojas next. 2-0 pitch on its way. Able to grab that inside corner, make it 2-1 now to the shortstop. So a 7-1 ball game now off of that 3-run single. That one gets away. Runner headed for third base. She will get there without a play. 3-1 the count. Runner on third. Nobody out. Hit hard up the middle. It will. Coming around is Malia Chavez. And standing on first with a single is Brianna Rodriguez. And time called here. With the game now at 8-1. Certainly a big task potentially for this Haltom offense in the bottom half. First, they have to try to get out of this one. Five batters have come to the plate. Every one has reached. 4 have come in to score. And there's another one on with nobody out. AB number 4 for Natalia Rojas. She has the hat trick in this one so far, 3 Ks, but her offense has done quite a job in this inning. See if she's going to join in. That one's just a little bit outside, 1-0. And While things of late have maybe not gone the way Oliver would have liked, she deserves a lot of credit. 14 strikeouts. That one's hit hard and foul. Dive on that foul line. Makes it 1-1. One and one the count with 4 in. Nobody out and a runner on first base. Here it is. That one low. Can't dig it out. Second base for Rodriguez. Probably consider that one stone. So that takes away the potential of a force out at second. Only play really to first now. Big cut at a high pitch. It's 2-2.
Can't protect by 6.
With a runner on second base and a 2-2 count. Here it is. Able to find that outside corner and make it 15 strikeouts for Lindsay Oliver. And the first out here in this inning. I'll bring in Skylar Porter. Porter led off last inning. That one's fouled back right by our camera. It's 0-1. Having gotten ahead in the count, the 0-1 pitch is on its way. Squares pulls back halfway to third base. Brianna Rodriguez, but she manages to work her way back without hitting. Count is 1-1. Madison Howard is waiting on deck, barring a change in the order. She's walked and Kate. That one just a bit low, maybe in second. Here's
Okay, be ready for the kid.
for the number 8 batter, Skylar Porter. Squares does not pull back this time, as she tried to drag bunt it. Count evens at 2-2. The 2-2 offering is cut out and missed. High fastball. Two gone.
Let's go 5. Trader places Maddie. Where do you want to get?
Brings in Madison Howard, who has been bored as she swings
Hey,
at
let's see it, Maddie.
Howard is the 8th hitter to come to home plate in this inning, in which 4 have come across.
Right there by the gym and stuff I was telling you about. Okay, yeah, you can just send it to me. It won't be
A 1 pitch in there. 0-2, managed to find the high outside corner. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Runner on second. We had 4 runs in the first half of this 7th inning. 0-2 is popped back and not played. They'll stay 0-2.
You got it, kid.
Here we go, Maddie.
Due up for the
See it all the way,
side.
kid. You got it, 5.
It's going to be 7, 8, 9. is rolled over foul, and
Hey, keep battling, kid. Let's go.
count will stay the same.
Come on, Lizzie.
We're going to keep this one where it is. 0-2 one more time. Cut on the next. 17 now on the day. Lindsay Oliver. 8-1 is our score as 4 more come across for the Panthers in the top half of the 7th. They've gotten their insurance. We'll see how Haltom responds in the bottom half. Back after a quick break for Haltom softball on Vype Live. Hello and welcome back, everybody, to the home half of the 7th inning. Dan Byford here with you, flying solo from Buffalo Ridge Park in Haltom City, Texas. It's cooled down into the 60s now as we are just after 9 o'clock, a little bit closer to 9:20 now. 8-1 is our score in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Haltom Buffaloes looking to answer after 7 runs scored down the stretch. Took this game from tied to in Paschal's favor. That one's inside. Ashley Gardner in this one has walked as well as striking. It's 7, 8, and 9, like I mentioned, but this part of the order has done the job so far in this one. That's hit straight back. Well, maybe not straight back. But hit back, but more toward the first base side. 1-1 to the DH. Now the 1-1. Here it is. Grounded to third and out of play. Or rather, into foul territory and on the ground. No chance of coming fair after it was scooped by the third baseman over there, Madison Haltom. So it's 1-2 now to the DH. Looks at strike 3 on the outside corner. And that leaves 2 outs to work with. Leticia Mendiola getting another look now. Walked her last time, their first time. Only person on her side to have reached base in each of her first 2 appearances. With 1 gone, corners are in, looking for that bunch. That's taken for a ball. Now the 1-0 pitch. On its way. That's taken on the outside half. Strike. 1-0. Trying to get a look on deck here, and it appears it will be Jordan Wall 9 spot. If it got past lane, Erica Azula would get another look. Now the 1-2 pitch. That's on the inside corner. Down looking. Make that 7 Ks now for Natalia Rojas, who's allowed only the 1 run and is 1 out away.
Now batting number 8, Jordan Lang.
So brings up Jordan Lang with 2 gone. First pitch to Lang of the ballgame. Laid off. Got to see one pretty up close there in person. Help get acclimated to the game coming in cold. Now the 1-0. That's in there for a strike. Inside corner, that's where Rojas pounded so far in this 7th. 1-1 the count with 2 gone and a 7-run deficit for the Buffaloes to try to overcome. Here it is. Big cut. Not able to come up. It's 1-2. Down to the last strike tonight are the Buffaloes. Rojas has paid the first 2. See what she does here. 1-2. Laid off, strike 3. And that's it. We are final in this one. 8-2-1 is the final, as Paschal was able to pull away behind some late offense and overcome what was really good pitching by both sides. Almost 20 strikeouts on one side, and then getting the outs quickly and any way possible on the other side for Rojas. Just a great job, despite how it might look in a game where someone gives up 8 runs. Hard to really say anyone erred in this one too much. A couple of big innings was all it took in the end, because both starters were locked in for the most part in this one. Thanks so much for hanging out with me tonight on Vype Live. I've been Dan Byford, happy to bring this broadcast to you solo. And make sure to stay tuned to our schedule to find out when we'll be back for another one of these softball games. The final here tonight from Buffalo Ridge Park. It's 8-1. Paschal on top. Thanks so much for tuning in, and have a great night.